Hello everybody and welcome to your next free singing lesson. Today we've got a new demonstrator. Please welcome Olivia, who's, how old are you, Olivia?
9.
She's 9. So if we've got any young girls watching who are about the age of 9, 7, 8, 9, 10, you'll have very much the same voice type as Olivia. So if you sing along with these exercises that Olivia does really, really well, she's been having singing lessons for 2 or 3 years, then your voice will start to become a bit more flexible and a bit stronger and a bit healthier. And when you sing your songs, you'll find it a bit easier. So, would you like to demonstrate the first couple of exercises for us?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to start with one I've done before with some Izzy on the channel. This is E-A-R, 3 vowels, round and round. Have a listen to it first, and then rewind the video and sing along with Olivia. Okay, E-A-R. Good, and rest there. So Olivia's got excellent diction, as you can see, so we've got the words going on there. She's got very good posture, and all those things are very important when you sing. She stands like she's supporting herself nicely, and her shoulders and her head are pretty relaxed. You could just try and keep her head down perhaps a fraction more, but otherwise it's pretty much spot on. Really nice deep breathing. And how does it feel when you do that exercise? Easy? She's singing mostly. There's been a little bit of discussion on the site and on Twitter and recently around the show about head voice and chest voice, these two terms which get used an awful lot. Because at this age, quite often, and a little bit older as well, particularly when girls get to their teenage years, you start to notice that the voice has very much two zones. It has the lower zone, which is the zone that we speak in, and then there's a higher zone, and there seems to be this sort of gap between the two. So when it comes to head voice and chest voice, it's not actually that we have two different kinds of voices, two separate things. Imagine it more like this, that head voice is like a bowl of water and chest voice is like a bowl of flour. And it's every sound that we make is a mixture of those two things. So at the moment, Olivia is singing, what would you say it is? Do you have a feel for whether that's head voice or chest voice?
Head voice.
Yes, so she feels like it's head voice. Head voice or chest voice is a feeling you have when you sing. So some people would sing and feel that it feels almost like chest voice when actually it's got quite a bit of a head mix about it, and not so much vice versa. So whether you're in your head voice or your chest voice is a personal feel, and it's how you feel your mixture. If you feel like, oh well, that feels like it's a head mix, it's probably got some flour in there. There's plenty of deeper sounds, and there's plenty of mix going on in Olivia's voice, just the right amount of mix for her age. It's very, very good. And that's fine. It could be a lighter mix, a bit more head voice, and that's likely to happen as we go up the scale. And if she really sort of went for it really loud, it would be likely that would be like adding the flour of the chest voice, to use our crude analogy there of water and flour. Too much chest voice and it all gets a bit too stodgy and very difficult to take up the scale. And lots and lots of head voice type water, and of course it becomes very liquid, very easy to move, but perhaps a little bit thin. Okay, so that's one way to think about head and chest voice, that they are two things that we mix constantly together. Okay, let's go up the scale with the A. Perfection. Very good. Well, people call it head voice and chest voice, of course, because the sound resonates in the head, or it can resonate in the chest, or in between, in various sort of cavities around the body. So that's where those two names, that terminology comes from where you feel that the sound is going. Let's carry on up the scale. Very good. Interestingly, on the last one, Olivia was just slightly more of a heady mix. And on this one, it had a little bit of the deeper sounds in it. We're deliberately trying to mix up the head voice and the chest voice. We're trying to introduce a bit more head into the lower sounds, and perhaps some of the lower sounds naturally sort of come up to the high sound. And we're doing that with this vowel combination. The vowel E has more head resonance, the A is somewhere in between the two, and the R has a little bit more chest resonance on it. So by going through those three vowels, we're kind of going a bit more head, a bit of the middle, a bit more chest, a bit more head, a bit of the middle, a bit more chest. Just in a very subtle way, mixing up the sounds to make sure that everything is nicely balanced. Up one. Doing fabulous. Fabulous job. Very good. Bit difficult on that one. So what do you feel going on?
I feel
like it needs to warm up a bit more?
Yeah.
Or, no, go on, what were you going to say?
Like you were going to say.
Oh, right. It just feels like it needs to warm up more. So you may well feel that as you sing along at home. So what's happening there is because Olivia has introduced some of the fuller sounds, it's become hard to take that fuller, bit more flower in the voice, if we stick with our analogy. It's become hard for her voice to take that up to the next high note. So her voice is naturally trying to get rid of some of that weight, some of that stodgy flower, and become a bit thinner. And that's correct. That should actually be happening at this point. But you want to make sure that you've done a few of those before you sing your song to people, because we don't want that slight disjointedness in the sound to happen when we're singing our song. Up the scale. Very good. It becomes quite a bit more demanding at this pitch. We're going to do two more. Well done, Olivia. Very good. Just step this way a bit so people can see how you're breathing as well. This is very good. Very good. Now, I hope it didn't look on the camera like I was punching Olivia in the stomach. I wasn't. I was just trying to indicate to her. What did you feel down in your tummy area? Anything?
It was pushing.
You feel like the muscles are working down there, aren't they? Very good. And last one. Deep breath. Go for it. Go on. Well done. Now that's a very difficult note. Olivia's been having lessons for quite a few years, so if you're really struggling with that note, don't be too hard on yourself. It takes quite a while to build up the flexibility and the strength to get there. But that's a great demonstration of this exercise for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, even year-old girls. Thanks, Olivia. And we're going to leave it there for today and come back and see you again in another lesson. So thanks for being our demonstrator. Very good.
Welcome.
See you soon.